Hey y'all, I hope this is working. I'm doing this on my cell phone for the first time. I usually do it from my laptop, so I think we're recording. I think we're live. Hopefully we are. And hopefully you guys can see me and everything. Well, hello. This weekend has been a little crazy. I know I usually don't do lives on Sunday, but things didn't go as planned yesterday. Our power went out yesterday evening and didn't come back on until earlier this afternoon. And then when it did come on, we found out that the internet wasn't working. It actually is still out. So things just kind of have gotten thrown off track, but I still wanted to come on, even if it's on an off day, and do a video and reach out to you all with the topic today. So I didn't want to miss out on it. So bear with me. Like I said, I think I got this situated right, and it should be working and recording, hopefully. But I am on my phone, so I can't see comments like I normally could and everything, so I'm not sure how this exactly works on the phone. But for those who don't know me, I am Chiante Jones, and I am the founder and financial coach behind Dollars and Change, and I help professional women eliminate 5-figure credit card debt so that they can have more financial flexibility in their lives. So today I wanted to come on and talk about how to decide which debt to pay off first. And so I wanted to cover that and go over a few different payoff methods and that you could use to tackle your debt. So the first two I'll cover are really the most common ones that you hear about, which is like the debt snowball and the debt avalanche. So starting with the debt snowball, that is where you tackle your smallest debt first, so the smallest outstanding balance first. And this method was made popular, if you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, this is the one that he's an advocate of that snowball. And you organize your debt by the balance, and you start with the smallest balance first, and you pay the minimum amount on all the other debts, and you put all your money towards the smallest balance first. And this method is good for those who need quick wins to stay motivated, and it has a really good psychological aspect to it, because then you are able to, like I said, see the quick wins and see some good progress with paying off your debt. So the next method that is that you often hear about is the debt avalanche, which you may not know about that name, but it's where you pay the highest interest balance first. And so typically this method is good for if you're trying to pay the least amount of interest across all your debt. And so typically on paper and looking at the numbers, this one will save you the most money. And so that's why, you'll hear that method. Like I said, you might just hear somebody say pay the highest interest balance first, but it is called the debt avalanche method. And like I said, the primary benefit of that method is that you will, over time, pay the least amount of interest. But it could vary though on a lot of times that your highest interest debts are your credit cards and those type of things, which depending on what those balances are could take a little longer to pay off, or you may not see the quick wins as much. So I found that if you do need the quick wins, the debt snowball method may be a better method for you, even if on paper the debt avalanche quote makes more sense looking at the numbers. Because at the end of the day, you need to stay motivated. You need to stay, in the game of paying off debt. And if, paying a little bit extra interest is the cost of you being able to stay motivated on the journey, then by all means do the debt snowball method instead, so that you continue to stay on track and pay it off. Another method that you don't hear about as often is where you pay the debt that has the highest payment amount. And I've heard this method was made popular by Robert, I think his name is Robert Kiyosaki, who is the guy that wrote Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I actually have not read the book, and when I've looked it up, I haven't seen where this method has been attributed to him, so maybe he talks about it in the book. But anyway, it's called, I just call it where you pay the highest payment amount. And the reason why this may be good for some people is that when you pay the highest payment amount, what it does is it frees up more cash flow. So you get rid of your highest payments, and that's where you organize them outside of like a real estate payment. So outside of like your mortgage or something, and you pay the one with the highest payment first to tackle that, to free up more of your cash flow. Again, with all these methods, you pay the minimum on the other ones, and you tackle whatever method you choose, you tackle that debt first, whether it's your smallest balance, highest interest, the highest payment, so you can free up the cash flow. But that's typically the way that you would go about paying them off. So the fourth payoff method that I'll mention is actually one that my mentor, Kelsey Dickey, pointed out before, and she calls it the emotional baggage. And this is one where, that regardless of the balance, the interest, or whatever, this is one that for whatever reason it carries some emotional baggage for you. So say you and an ex had a credit card together, and every time you see that balance, it just gets on your nerves, and you just like are sick of it, sick of looking at it. You know, it's okay to decide that you want to pay that one off first, because it just has emotional baggage tied to it, where you just want to pay it off, get rid of it, boot him out your life, not see it anymore, and to let it go and move on. So that's another one called I call it like a custom method or emotional baggage method that you can also use. So those are 4 payoff methods that you can use to pay off your debt and help to decide which one to pay off first. And at the end of the day, I want you to understand that there's really no wrong way to pay off debt. There's certain ones, like as I mentioned, that have different benefits to it. And if you, like I said, put it on paper and just look at numbers, there may be some that have, more financial impact than others. But at the end of the day, it's your money, and a lot of it comes down to just personal preference. And there's not like a wrong way. The key is just to make sure that you are deciding to pay off your debt and tackling your debt and making progress and moving forward and paying off debt. And so what I just shared right now, as far as these different payoff methods, they are, this is not like top secret information. If you Google debt payoff right now, you can find all this information readily available out there on the internet. And so what's the information, what I find is the information is not what the problem is. The problem typically is having the discipline to follow through on whatever payoff plan you decide. And you really need the discipline and the accountability, and that is where a financial coach can really come in and be helpful. So they can really help. Well, someone like me, who financial coach, can help support you on your journey and give you the guidance and support and education that that you would need, and accountability that you really need to stay on track and get the results that you're looking for. And I think of it a lot, the way I explain a lot of times is with thinking of a personal trainer. We all are familiar with a personal trainer, and because that's something we always know about. We understand the benefits of having a personal trainer. It's just that typically a financial coach is a little bit different or newer concept to a lot of people, and money tends to be more of a taboo subject, with a lot of emotion around it. So it could be a little awkward or seem a little hard at first to maybe get support or help with your money. But it's just really the same as a personal trainer. So if you hire a personal trainer, you're hiring them because they have fitness expertise. They will provide the accountability you need. They can provide a personalized plan that's specific to your nutritional needs and your physical needs, your abilities, what you're able to do, to your level of fitness that you already have, what you need to get to the results that you are trying to get to. And that they're typically going to get you better results than you're able to get on your own. And so it's not as easy to just say, I'm not going to go to the gym today because I don't feel like it, when you have somebody that's there expecting you to be there, and you're paying them, and so that and so you don't you're paying them, so you want to get your money's worth. And so you just show up very differently when you are being held accountable by somebody that's going to challenge you and really push you to get the results that you are looking for. That a lot of times we won't challenge ourselves the same. Like I said, we just show up different when you're paying somebody, and when you have that accountability of someone in your corner and supporting you. So that's really the same benefits that you get from a financial coach. So it's really like a personal trainer for your money. So that's a really good way to think about it when you're thinking about a financial coach and the benefits that they can provide. So if you've been spinning your wheels and you're just kind of sick of doing the same things, and you really want to make some real progress and real change with your money, reach out to me, send me a message. Send me a message. You can also schedule a free consultation with me to talk about what your needs are, what you have going on, and to see if my financial coaching program will be a good fit for you. So don't keep staying where you are. Let's make progress. Let's move you forward. And we can use these debt payoff methods to help decide which one is best for you. So you guys have a good weekend. Well, I guess a good week now. I forgot it's Sunday. Yeah, it's been a crazy weekend. But have a good week. Be productive this week. I will see you all later on this week with another video. And you know, drop me a comment. Let me know you was here. Say replay if you catch us on the replay. Like I said, I know it's an off time that I'm doing this, but would love to hear from you. So reach out, and I will talk to you guys next time. Bye. Let me see if I can figure out how to end this. Bye, y'all.